retaining our values and also retaining our worth as Christians and as children of God. There are many things that happen nowadays that may tend to influence us either on the negative way or either in the positive way. But whether we are being influenced positively or negatively, we should retain the salt that Jesus Christ deposited in us, because in the book of Matthew we are told that indeed we are the salt of the earth, that we have to influence by us giving the taste to other fellows that come in contact with us. And with that, let me read Luke chapter 14 verse 34, and it says, "Salt is good, but if it loses its saltiness, there is no way to make it salty again." The value or the worth of salt, if it is lost, it is very hard for it to be returned again. I may use an example whereby taking one spoon of salt and going and then pouring it in Lake Victoria, which is a freshwater lake, it will make it even much more harder for you to even test the taste of salt. It will be even be very hard for you to even sense if there was something that was added in the water. But if you take one spoon of salt and then you pour it, or you put it in one cup of water, you will feel the saltiness and you will even have the taste of it. Same to us as Christians. The salt that we are given by Christ influences an area that is proportionate to it. Same to us. We have friends, we have many people, and then at times we may walk together as friends, though they are not believers. I'm not saying that we should not have friends that are not believers, but we should mind on what we associate with them in, because in the book of Amos 3:3 we're told that two can never walk together unless they agree. And if you know you are a salt and your other friend is maybe soil, how can you agree together? Because it is either one will consume the other, and most of the time you'll find yourself being consumed by the soil, and that should not be the case, because we want to retain the value as Christians, the value as the servant of God. Maybe you're serving in the ushering team, you're serving in the praise and worship, you're serving maybe as a Sunday school teacher, you are a church attendant. There are many things you ought to do in the kingdom of God, because the harvest is plenty and forever the laborers are few. But with that, as you are in the harvest, just ensure that you retain the saltiness of you, the content that is in you, your Christianity. You being saved, it is a privilege that Jesus went through the cross so that you have it. And so if you lose it, sometimes it makes it even harder. So you may be asking yourself, what are some of the things that I do and they make me to lose the saltiness? And the book, the third letter of John, will tell us very well. The third letter of John, chapter 1, verse 11, it says, "Beloved, do not imitate evil, but imitate good. Whoever does good is from God, and whoever does evil has not seen God." So, as we are from God, as we have received Jesus Christ in our lives, as we are Christians, the saltiness that we have in us, let it be that we are not imitating those from other side, so that we may find ourselves looking like them. Because when you take salt and then you add it with soil, at times it may be consumed and taken away, and that should not be the case. So that we should not lose the value or the worth of us, let us not imitate things that do happen. the year 2020, we had a lockdown everywhere, and many people went to the social networks to interact, to share their ideas, and even to learn more things. From there also, there are many things that people were imitating from other people, which at times it is good and at times it is bad, depending on what you are imitating on. At times you may find yourself maybe on your dress code. You are doing well, you are wearing well, you're wearing in a modest way, and then because you've just seen a trendy fashion coming out, and then you just you just knock it, and then you're there. You are losing your value. Just identify what is my value as a Christian and what is the salt that I'm carrying, so that I preserve the salt. At times, the thing that makes us to be differentiated with those who are away from Christ is the values that we have, the values that we accommodate, the things, the worth of us. So if maybe you are a Christian and then you're finding yourself fighting with an unbeliever, so what is the point of you being even a believer? What is the point of you having the salt? You have to influence, because many people will be like, look at that Christian, what is he or she even doing? And then it will let question mark, so that you retain the salt. Yes, indeed, you have to avoid imitating completely. And in the book of Matthew 5:13, we are told, and when the salt becomes worthless, it is thrown away so that people may step on it. So do not allow yourself to be drawn away from Christ. Do not allow your salt to be taken away from you just because you want to please someone somewhere, or you want to be someone that you aren't, so that you be on the better side of it, so that you find yourself in the good way. Because also God tells us in the Bible that today I'm giving you this, good and evil, and I advise you to choose good. God always needs us, wants us to choose something that it is good in us, so that you retain the salt and it will be well. Let us just mind the worth that Jesus Christ died in the cross so that we may receive. Thank you so much.